Can you imagine having a wine and chocolate tasting, a rum and chocolate tasting? How about a beer and chocolate tasting? Well, you've got to hear from this amazing chocolatier. Her name is Rachel from Winfields Chocolate Bar, and she is my guest, and it is going to be a delicious podcast. Imagine going to a wine tasting. Usually it's a wine and cheese tasting, but no, not in Houston. It's a wine and chocolate tasting. And I want to hold up, I don't know if you guys can see this. All right. This is the Space City Truffle Collection. And the name of the company, and you might not have heard of it. That's why I want to tell you about it now. So you can stock up for Christmas. Winfield's Chocolate Bar. And Rachel, who is a transplant from Canada, the prairies in Canada, you have been making chocolate and obsessed with chocolate since you were a teenager. Is that right?
Well, kind of. I started officially in chocolate 22 years ago, which is not quite my teenage years. But I did learn how to make all kinds of sweets as a kid. My grandma taught me how to make marshmallows when I was about 5.
Oh,
So even though the chocolate bug didn't hit until a bit later, it was all sweets all the time for me as a kid.
so Winfields is the name. I'm trying to get your beautiful catalog up. Winfields Chocolate Bar. Now you are in 3 locations around Houston. I want our viewers to go and check you out and taste these incredible truffles. Tell us some of your delicacies and where you're located.
For sure. So we have 3 stores in Houston. We have one at Augusta and Westheimer. It's right near a pretty famous location of Beck's Prime that has the beautiful oak trees. So we've opened up just across from those guys. So that's kind of a local landmark you can orient yourself with. The other one is at Rice Village, right in Rice Village. And it's been some version of it has actually been there since 2000. We used to be the chocolate bar and we rebranded as Winfields a few years back. So right on University Boulevard in Rice Village. And then the third location is in River Oaks at the corner of Kirby and West Alabama. And so you
These
can go there and buy all of our stuff that we make locally here, handmade in Texas by Texans, except for me, I'm the transplanted Canadian.
and these truffles that you presented at a wine tasting recently are hand painted by your employees. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we use colored cocoa butter, and cocoa butter is the fat that gives chocolate its hard structure. So if you take that out, you just have cocoa powder. So most people can imagine what cocoa powder means, and what it looks like and how it feels. But if you add cocoa butter to it, you get chocolate. And if you take that cocoa butter out and color it, you can make an edible paint. And so we use that very special edible paint to hand paint inside the chocolate mold. And then we make a truffle inside with all kinds of different fillings. We have, I think, over 20 now fillings. Some of our favorites are raspberry with pop rocks. There's lemon blueberry. There's hazelnut. We make a hazelnut one where we roast our hazelnuts fresh in house and grind them into a beautiful hazelnut paste to mix with milk chocolate. We do several different kinds of caramel. We do dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. We do gold chocolate, which is white chocolate that's been caramelized. If you get me started, Dana, I could talk all day. But
Unbelievable. And I was looking at you've got corporate, like you can brand a name on these boxes, or I mean, they can be a beautiful corporate gift, right? For clients.
yes, we sure can. It's getting a little tight for that for the holidays this year,
But
but we
to
do
know for next year,
exactly. But we also do it all year round for other events. Like people use our products for recruiting events or trade shows, or if they have a special anniversary or all kinds of things. So you want to thank a client, we can do that for you all year round. Doesn't just have to be at Christmas.
so how do we get in touch with you if we've got a big event coming up or we want to plan for one, or what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, so you can just go to our website, which is Winfields CB, which stands for chocolate bar. So that's Winfields
Mhm.
CB.com. And on there, there's a tab. That's perfect. On there, there's a tab that says custom ordering. And so there's a little form you can fill out there, and it'll
Ah.
come to our commissary. And we will get in touch with you to help you make beautiful chocolates for your event or your gifting or whatever it is that you need.
And chocolate with milk, chocolate with wine.
Mhm.
Have you ever done a chocolate wine tasting event before? Was this you were out at M3 and we just had Angie on, so she was talking about you. Is this something that's common to have a chocolate wine event like this?
I haven't heard of it that much down here, but up in Canada, I was doing it pretty often. And
Really?
yeah, and I have done chocolate and wine, chocolate and beer, chocolate and whiskey.
Oh,
And basically the principles of tasting and pairing are sort of the same no matter what you're pairing it with. You want to pay attention to, specific notes of whatever you're pairing so that you can make things play really nicely together as flavor. And I'm a bit of a scientist before I went into chocolate, so I really like nerding out about those flavor molecules and what makes two different things taste good together. So it's really a bit of a side passion of mine to do those kinds of things.
if we've got an event and we would love to have it paired with chocolate, like a beer and chocolate, I love that idea. Would we just reach out to you through your website as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You can reach out and we can see what we can do for you. And yeah, it's a really fun way to explore chocolate and a really fun way for me to connect with the Houston community because I'm new here. So it's really great. I love doing that.
That is excellent. Rachel, listen, you're bringing so much joy to our bellies this holiday season, and we appreciate all you do and the incredible work in making that chocolate and those flavors come together in such a beautiful way. Thank you. Houston has so many gems, and you are definitely one of them.
Oh, thank you so much, Dana. Thanks for having me.
And a Merry, Merry Christmas. I hope you get to breathe a little bit once you fulfill all your chocolate orders.
Yeah, I'm going to take a vacation in January.
Okay. All right. Take care, Rachel. So great to
All
talk with
right.
you. Thanks
Thank
for sharing.
you.
Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.